My name is Alexandro. I am 26 years old. I am from a small country that many people don't know, but I have a big dream. I want to speak English very well. I want to understand movies, songs, and people from all over the world. I want to travel, to make friends, to feel free when I speak, but my English was very bad. Please listen to this story completely. It is not just a story. It is a journey. It is full of feelings, small happy moments, and big lessons. Maybe you are like me. Maybe your English is not perfect, but I want to tell you, you can learn, you can grow, you can speak. Just don't give up. This story will help you. Please listen carefully. You will feel something inside your heart. When I was 10 years old, I heard an English song. I did not understand the words, but the music was beautiful. I felt something strong. I asked my mother, "What is he singing?" My mother said, "I don't know. It is English." That day, I decided, one day, I will understand. But years passed. In school, we had English class, but it was boring. Only grammar, rules, writing, no fun, no real English. I did not learn. When I was 18, I wanted to watch a Hollywood movie. I watched it without subtitles. I understood nothing. I felt sad. I wanted to cry. I felt stupid. I said, "Why can't I understand? What is wrong with me?" But I did not stop. I looked in the mirror. I said, "Alexandro, you are not stupid. You are strong. You just need the right way." I searched online. I found English short stories with audio. I started with very easy stories, like this one. I listened. I read. I listened again. I copied the sounds. I said the words again and again. Slowly, very slowly, I started to understand. I remember one story. It was about a girl who lost her cat. She cried. She looked for the cat everywhere. At the end, she found the cat sleeping under the bed. I smiled. It was a simple story, but I understood it. And for the first time, I felt proud. I told my mother, I understood the story. She smiled and said, "I am proud of you." I started to listen every day. In the morning, in the night, in the bus, while walking. I used short stories like friends. I listened to them again and again. I repeated the sentences out loud. I learned how people speak. I learned real words. I learned feeling. One day, I was in a park. I saw a tourist. She looked lost. I said, "Do you need help?" She said, "Yes, thank you." We talked. She smiled. I smiled. That was my first real English conversation. I felt something warm in my chest. I was not afraid. I was happy. Later that night, I cried a little, not because I was sad, but because I was proud. I was changing. I was growing. English was not just a subject. It was part of my life. Sometimes I made mistakes. Sometimes people laughed. Sometimes I forgot words. But I never stopped. Let me tell you something. English is not only grammar. English is not only big words. English is about connection. English is about feeling. English is about stories. I want to tell you about Maria. She is my friend. She is 24 years old. She is from Brazil. She also wanted to learn English, but she had no money for classes. She worked in a small shop. She cleaned floors. She cried many nights. But she listened to short English stories every day. One day, a customer came. He was American. He dropped his wallet. Maria picked it up and said, "Excuse me, sir, your wallet." The man smiled. "You speak good English," Maria said. "I learned from stories." That man gave her a job in his company. Now, Maria is in the USA. She works in a travel company. She teaches others. She still listens to stories every night. Stories can change lives, like my friend Daniel. He is from Africa. His father said, "English is not important," but Daniel believed. He read one story every day. He listened. He practiced. Today, Daniel is a YouTuber. He teaches English to millions. Short stories are simple, but they are strong. Let me tell you one more story. One day, I met a small boy. He was 12. His name was Amir. He was shy. He said, "I want to learn English, but I cannot speak." I said, "Amir, don't worry, just listen. Start with easy stories." He said, "Okay." After 2 months, he said, "Alexandro, I understand now." After 4 months, he said, "Alexandro, I can speak now." After 1 year, Amir gave a speech in English at school. Everyone clapped. His mother cried. She hugged me and said, "Thank you." But I said, "Don't thank me. Thank the stories." My friend, please don't feel small. Don't feel alone. I know it is hard. I know people laugh. I know you are busy. But just listen to one story a day. Repeat it. Feel it. Love it. You will learn. You will grow. You are not weak. You are not late. You are just beginning. And I believe in you. I want to ask you now, can you feel something in your heart? Can you feel the small light inside you? That is hope. That is your dream. Hold it. Protect it. Feed it with stories. Today, you listen to my story. Tomorrow, someone will listen to your story. Yes, your story you will tell someone. I started with small stories. Now I speak English. They will listen to you. They will learn from you. And you will be the reason for their smile. Please don't give up. Please listen to this story again. Let it touch your heart. Let it help your mind. Let it change your life. Every word is simple, but every word is true. Every mistake is okay. Every try is beautiful. If you love stories like this, if you feel something special in your heart now, then please like this video. Please subscribe for more. It helps me. It gives me energy to write more. And I promise, every story I share will help you smile, will help you grow, will help you believe. And now, do you know what happened next in my journey? After I learned from many stories, I wanted to help others like me, people who were shy, people who were afraid to speak, people who thought they were not good enough. So I started helping my younger sister, Elena. She was only 14. She hated English. She said, "Why do I need it? I will never use it." I smiled and said, "Just listen to one story with me." We listened to a story about a little boy who lost his balloon. It was simple, just like a bedtime story. But in the end, the boy found the balloon again and gave it to a crying girl in the park. After the story, Elena looked at me and said, "I like that. It made me feel something." I said, "That is the power of English stories. They are not just for learning. They are for feeling." After that day, Elena started listening with me every night. One day, she wrote her own story in English. It was called The Red Umbrella. It was about a girl who always walked alone with her red umbrella. One day, she saw a boy standing in the rain. She shared her umbrella, and that day, she made a new friend. I cried when I read her story. because I saw myself in it. I used to be that lonely boy in the rain. Elena told me, I want to write more. I want to speak more now. She is teaching other girls in our neighborhood. Girls who were scared to say even one word in English. Stories gave her power. And now she is giving that power to others. Can you see it? Learning English is not just about words. It's about courage. It's about heart. It's about passing the light to others. Let me take you to another moment. One day, I met an old man in a bookstore. His name was Mr. Leo. He was 70 years old. He had white hair and a walking stick. He was looking at English books. I asked, do you want to learn English? He said, yes, I never had a chance before. But now, I want to understand the world before I leave it. I smiled. We sat together on a bench. I read him a short story about friendship. About two old men who meet in the park every day to feed birds and talk about life. When I finished reading, Mr. Leo had tears in his eyes. He said, thank you. I didn't understand every word, but I understood the feeling. That's enough for me. I said, no, it's not the end. Let's meet every week. We met every Sunday. We read stories together, slowly. He started speaking English. He once told me, stories are windows, and now I can see outside. That sentence stayed in my heart forever. Stories are windows. What a beautiful thought. Now, I want to ask you, who do you want to help? Is there someone in your home, in your school, in your village, who needs English? Maybe it is your little brother, maybe your grandmother, maybe your neighbor. You can help them. Not with big grammar books. Not with long, boring lectures, but with small, simple, lovely stories. Like this one, stories with love. Stories with emotion, stories with feeling. Because English is not only in the brain. English lives in the heart. Yes, it does. Every time you listen to a story, your heart learns, your mind understands, your mouth speaks, and your life changes. Now, let me share one more moment with you, a moment that made me feel the most love. I was walking in a school one day. I heard a child reading aloud in a small voice. Once upon a time, there was a bird who forgot how to fly. I stopped. The voice was soft but full of feeling. I looked. Inside the classroom, a girl with one leg, sitting in a wheelchair, was reading. I waited outside until the story finished. Then I walked in and said, your reading was beautiful. She looked at me with big eyes and said, thank you. I love English stories. They make me fly. I felt my heart break. This girl could not walk, but stories made her feel like flying. Do you understand? This is why stories matter. They give us wings. They give us hope. They give us love. If you are feeling tired, if you are feeling broken, if you think you cannot learn, then please listen to one more story. Just one more, and then another, and then one more. And one day, you will speak without fear. You will write with joy. You will help others. And you will say, I learned English through stories. And people will believe in you because your heart will speak first. Before your mouth, before your grammar, before your accent, your heart will speak. And that is the most beautiful English in the world. Now, please, if this story touched you, if you felt something true, if you believe in your dream, then please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps me. It helps more people like you. It tells me, Alexandro, write more. And I will, because this is not the end. This is just the beginning.